Everyone? Andrew here. I run the page MMA Knockout Bets, which is probably why you're here. I talk about betting on my YouTube channel as of recently, and I've been betting seriously for years now. I've been tracked on Bet MMA for almost 4 years. Been on MMA Twitter since about 2017. Wanted to start bringing some more content to more people, and something I enjoy doing. So recently, I started a YouTube page, and yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I put out a few videos already, just kind of off my phone. As you can see here, I got a little bit more professional with a microphone, so hopefully that sounds good. I also have a light, so hopefully the lighting's good so you can see my pretty face. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. It helps me get out to more people. If you're looking for betting advice, my Patreon's linked in my bio, and my Bet MMA page is linked in my bio. And for those of you who don't know, Bet MMA is a site that tracks third-party tracks MMA handicappers. So there's no editing results. There's no putting in your own edits after. There's no changing anything. It's you lock in a bet and it's there on your record forever, which is why it's a great tool. And you could evaluate handicappers, see if someone's worth tailing, and you could buy picks on there as well. Anyway, jumping into the video now, I want to talk to you guys today about this weekend's main event, Kelvin Gastelum versus Cannonier. This fight takes place at 185 pounds. Both guys are contenders. Both lost to Robert Whittaker recently, or somewhat recently. Whittaker's probably getting the next title shot at 185. I would say that Cannonier did a little better against Whittaker, but they both lost pretty clear decisions. Cannonier's happened to be over 3 rounds. Kelvin's happened to be over 5. Kelvin's been on kind of a bit of a cold streak lately. He, like I said, lost to Whittaker, and before that, he was not on the best streak. I think I'm not looking at it right this second. I think he lost 4 out of his last 5. Yeah, 4 out of his last 5, with the only win being against Ian Heinisch, which hasn't really aged well considering Heinisch looked pretty bad against Nasruddin Imavov. He was heel hooked by Jack Hermanson. He lost a split decision in New York to Darren Till, which I was at. I thought that was a pretty clear decision for Till. And ironically, his best look might have been against the champ, Israel Adesanya, and again, what was a pretty clear loss. And you could even make the argument that all of Kelvin Gastelum's wins have aged pretty badly. Jacare Souza split decision. He's retired now. Michael Bisping, he knocked out, but Bisping was coming off of taking a lot of damage against GSP and then retired shortly after. So his last 3 wins came against Bisping, Jacare, and Heinisch, and those are all within the past 4 or 5 years now. And Bisping and Jacare are retired, and Heinisch, that win didn't age well. And I'm not trying to knock Kelvin. I think it's just worth noting here. On the other side, you have Cannonier, who, like I mentioned, is coming off of a loss to Robert Whittaker. But before that, had a little bit more success climbing through the middleweight ranks. He finished Jack Hermanson in the second round. He had that weird fight with Anderson with the leg kick check, and then he knocked out David Branch, which I was very impressed with at the time. And it's funny, Jared Cannonier, for those of you who don't know, actually started his career up at heavyweight and then worked his way down. So he went from heavyweight to 205 and now is at 185 pounds. He's 37 years old now, so he's getting up there in age. And if he wants to make a run at the title, I mean, now would be the time to do it. And he's got a good fighter in Kelvin Gastelum in front of him, and I think this would be a good starting point for him to get back towards the title, considering Kelvin challenged for the title against Adesanya. I believe that was for the interim belt. I can't remember, but I remember that was in April of 2019. But Cannonier brings a 6-inch reach advantage into this fight. And it's not just a reach advantage. He's clearly the bigger guy. Like I mentioned before, Gastelum used to fight at 170 and Cannonier used to fight at heavyweight, so there's going to be a pretty significant size differential in this matchup. One thing that I like about the Cannonier side in this matchup too is the leg kicks. Kelvin has a bad tendency to eat a lot of leg kicks in his fights, and Jared's pretty reliable to throw them. For example, in the Whittaker fight, Whittaker landed 22 out of 24 leg kicks against Gastelum, so you can see he wasn't really checking them. And there's other fights too where he did that. I want to say in the Adesanya fight, there were similar numbers there. I think Adesanya landed 23 out of 28 leg kicks. So you could see that he's got some issues dealing with them. Cannonier is very willing to throw them, and especially with that orthodox for southpaw, he should have a clear shot at the inside of that leg. And yeah, so I'm leaning Cannonier to win this fight. If you couldn't tell, he's currently about minus 150. I think there's probably a little bit of value on that line. I think I cap Cannonier a little wider. Some of the question marks on the Cannonier side is that he's never went 5 rounds, but his cardio has looked good in his fights. He's obviously super athletic, hits hard. Gastelum's tough to put away. I don't know that grappling will play too much of a factor in this fight. We might see Kelvin go for a takedown or two here and there, but Cannonier is hard to hold down. He's hard to take down. He was taken down by Whitaker. He was taken down, I think, even by Hermanson once, but he kind of springs right back up, and I don't see Gastelum being able to hold down the much bigger guy. So I'm leaning Jair Cannonier here. I think he gets it done. I don't know if it'll be a decision or a finish. Kelvin's really hard to put away, but at the same time, Cannonier has serious power in both of his hands, but I'm leaning Cannonier. I haven't made a bet on it yet. I probably will before fight day. Just need to look out for some other things, but yeah. So I'm going to do this breakdown. Like I said, if you've watched this channel, I'm trying to do more quick videos rather than just than just one long video, running through predictions. So I'm going to do the main event for cards moving forward, and then I'm going to pick one or two other fights on the card. So if there's another fight you want to hear my thoughts on, just comment it below or write me on Twitter. And whichever one is the most popular in demand for this week, I'll do it. I don't care if it's the co-main. I don't care if it's a main card fight, a prelim fight. If there's another fight you want to hear me break down, just sound off. Let me know. Happy to do it for you. And if you want access to all my premium betting content, like I said, it's on my Patreon. I'm up 73 units this year, and for me, one unit is $300. So, like I said, it's on my Patreon. It's on Bet MMA. Yeah, and hopefully these keep getting a little bit better. I have a little bit more professional equipment now, so hopefully it looks and sounds better. If it doesn't, let me know, because I'm definitely open to constructive criticism, because I'm trying to get better at this. But yeah, thanks again, guys. I'll stop rambling for now. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, it's @BetsandPicksMMA. Thanks. Have a great day.